This is Turd Flinging Monkey for TFM News. I'm going to be responding to a couple articles. The first one is from Media Research Center TV, and it's called University Won't Recognize Men's Issues Group After Feminists Say It Makes Women Feel Unsafe by Ashley Ray Goldenberg. Now, this is a pretty short article, and they really did a good job of condensing it, so I'm just going to read the article. It's only like a paragraph or two. As Ryerson University has denied the final appeal to recognize a student group dedicated to addressing issues impacting men because feminists said its existence does not promote equality and would make women feel unsafe. Ryerson's independent student newspaper, The Eye Opener, reports that Ryerson Student Union has rejected the last appeal to have the school sanction the Men's Issues Awareness Society, MIAS. According to the group's president, Kevin Areola, dude, I'm so sorry about your name. The point of the group is to raise, quote, issues that have never been talked about or usually disregarded, unquote. MIAS has received its major opposition from the school's feminist collective. In November, Ryerson's feminist collective organizer, Arizu Naji Zabadabadu, called the idea of the group, quote, horrifying. Naji Yabadabadu said, quote, I think it's just horrifying. I don't see the benefit of having them on campus, unquote. Allison Rogers, another feminist collective organizer, said the group's connection with the Canadian Association for Equality has made women claim that, quote, they don't feel safe on their own campus and they don't want them to come to their classes, unquote. Now let me just stop there. So here you have an NMRA group affiliated with the Canadian Association for Equality. And both of these groups, both the men's rights group and the Canadian Association for Equality, are being attacked for not promoting equality. Feminist groups are promoting equality, but promoting equality is not promoting equality. See? It continues, quote, in addition to allegedly making women feel unsafe, MIAS has also been attacked for supposedly not promoting equality, despite the existence of a feminist collective group dedicated solely to addressing women's issues. You know, of course. See, here's what people don't understand. Equality to a feminist, to a woman, means benefiting women. You have to understand women are completely solipsistic. They only think about themselves. And they look around and they see that men are better than them at things. The only way to promote equality is to attack men and pull them down and promote them until women are better than men at everything. That's the only way we'll actually achieve equality. Now you're thinking, wait a minute, that's not equality, that's female domination. But you have to understand that truth, logic, reason, evidence, rationality, these are all tools of the patriarchy. You're not supposed to think, you're supposed to feel. Feel the estrogen. Feel the solipsism. Feel the magical thinking. That's what it's all about. It's about the music, man. Anyway, it continues, quote, Areola. I'm sorry. Areola attempted to dispel notions of promoting inequality by stating the group values egalitarianism. Well, there's your problem, Mr. Areola. You're promoting egalitarianism, which is dumb. Stop it. Let's approach this from a business standpoint. When you go into a negotiation, you don't start ready to compromise 50%, while the other side wants 100%. Because what's going to happen is during the negotiations, you're going to compromise more. Because they're starting out from the position of we want it all. We want everything to go to us. And you're starting out with the position of let's split it down 50-50, let's be fair about it. And in that negotiation, you're going to get your ass handed to you. The side that wants it all is going to start from a position of aggression and strength, and you're trying to play this middle of the road bullshit. You know women are not equal to men. They're not equal to men. Nature. It's a fact. So why are you tiptoeing through the fucking tulips trying to win over these hearts and minds of these women who are trying to dominate you? And what is it getting you? What is approaching men's rights from the position of egalitarianism getting you? You're still labeled misogynistic, not promoting equality, all this other bullshit. You're getting your groups thrown out of colleges. You're not winning any battles because you're starting from a position of weakness. Anyway, in the end of the article, it says Rogers praised RSU's decision to reject MIA's last appeal because it would stop people with these beliefs from organizing. She said, quote, people organizing with these beliefs is of course a concern for us. Yeah, it is concerning. While this vote is good, there's still more work to be done around misogyny and sexism on campus. Oh, I agree. There's a lot of sexism on campus. But, I mean, let me just say this. Men, it is time to boycott university. Walk away. You don't need university. Go to night school. Go to college online. Go to community college. This bullshit going on in universities, you don't have to have anything to do with it. The only reason to really go to college is to make connections, to network. If it's run by women, if there's a bunch of feminist bullshit, who are you networking with? None of these women are going to help you get a job. They're women, they hate you. Network with your bros. Join the fucking Masons to network. Don't go to college, fuck college. I mean, go to college to get a degree, but don't go to university, go to night school, go to college online, go to community college. But Mr. Areola, you need to understand what position you're in. You can't try to use logic against someone who's illogical. You're trying to approach it, oh, let's be egalitarian, guys. You say you believe in equality, here let's promote equality. No, they don't believe in equality. Women don't use words because that's what they mean. They use words that get them the results they want. They say equality because equality gets results. They clearly do not believe in equality. But they use the word equality because it works for them. If they said, we believe in female domination, we want to turn the world into bonobos. We want to be able to hold you down and bite your dick off if you don't do what we want. Well, they're not going to get a lot of support. They're not from the Manginas and White Knights out there, or they get less support from the White Knights and Manginas. So they say what they need to say to get the results that they want. So Mr. Areola, let me give you a little unsolicited advice if you happen to watch this video. Here's how you win the battle against these retarded feminists. And believe me, they are retarded. By trying to treat them like adults and have a reasonable discussion with them, you're rewarding them. You don't have reasonable discussions with unreasonable people. You out-crazy them. So now that your MIAS group has been disbanded, here's what you do. You reorganize as a group of transgendered lesbians. And you become the coalition of transgendered lesbians on campus to fight for transgendered lesbian issues. And you call these white, straight, cisgendered bitches out on their transphobia. And you attack them from the perspective of a transgendered lesbian. And you watch them squirm and not know what the fuck's going on because you out-crazy them. You're smarter than them. Your mistake is not understanding your enemy. Your enemy cannot be reasoned with. But I want to close with the ending of this article. It says, quote, Areola is not surprised by the kangaroo court decision and the group is going to consider possible next steps. The battle to create a men's issues group on campus appears to have been waged since 2013. So 3 years flushed down the toilet. And yes, you've proved to reasonable people that feminism is a bunch of bigoted hypocrites. But so what? Everybody already knew that. Everybody knows feminists are a bunch of bigoted hypocrites. So what? It's not going to change anything. Do you want to affect change? Or do you want to win brownie points with people who already agree with you? You have to out-crazy them. You have to think 2 steps ahead. And you're a man. You can do that better than them. You can outthink any woman. But you have to put away this egalitarian bullshit. Anyway, that's just my advice. So that's the first article. Now, the second article, I'm not going to read the headline at first. I want to kind of paint the picture for you. So I want you to think of some of the worst crimes you can possibly commit. You know, you got genocide, murder, serial killing, like terrible crimes. If you were to create a list of, top 10 most heinous crimes you could possibly commit, I would probably guess it would be safe to say raping a baby would be on that list somewhere. Maybe higher, maybe lower, depending on who you are. But I would say baby raping is pretty fucking heinous. This second article isn't about feminism. In fact, the word feminism doesn't even appear at all. This is straight up, undistilled, 100-proof gynocentrism. And this shows that feminism is not the problem. It's gynocentrism. So in New Zealand, a 23-year-old woman named Crystal Harvey molested her 1-year-old infant son. Let me repeat that. Molested her 1-year-old infant son. Well, molested isn't a strong enough word. She raped her 1-year-old infant son. Now, depending on what dictionary you use, obviously men can't be victims of rape. Women can't rape men. I would really want to hear some of you white knight, misandric manginas comment on this and say how lucky the infant was to be raped by their mother. Like, oh man, see this hot mom? I wish my hot mom raped me when I was a 1-year-old infant. What a lucky baby. Yeah, I really want to hear you say that, you fucking retards. You like to say that when they're little kids or little teenagers being raped by women. Anyway, so this 23-year-old mother rapes her 1-year-old infant son and is caught after she sold the video she made to another pedophile who was then arrested, and the authorities found the video of her and arrested her for raping her 1-year-old son. Now, that would be bad enough. That would be a headline if ever there was one, but it gets even better. So how much jail time do you think this woman got for raping her 1-year-old son? She got 0 days in prison. She will not spend a day in prison. She was sentenced to 8 months of home detention and 100 hours of community service after she was convicted of raping her 1-year-old son. But wait, it gets even better, because now I'm going to discuss the headline of the article, and this is from the Inquisitor, and it's commenting from an article from the New Zealand Herald. This is going to make your head explode, so I hope you're sitting down. You may want to strap your head together with some duct tape before I talk about this. In this article, this woman who raped her 1-year-old son was slapped on the wrist and returned to civilized society. And people are justifiably pissed. And they're calling her out that she is a monster who deserves to be taken away from civilized society. And this article is titled, "Woman Who Filmed Baby Rape Targeted with Threats." The baby rapist is the fucking victim in this article. The baby rapist is the victim. They're taking the side of the woman who raped a baby, her own son. She's the victim because she's a 23-year-old woman. And her victim was a boy, a 1-year-old infant boy. This fucking blows my mind. I mean, you could just, again, if you switch the genders, this guy would be having lethal injection next week. Raping his 1-year-old infant daughter or something. They would have thrown away the key. But this article takes the woman's side, like, oh, this poor thing. She just raped a baby. Baby probably was asking for it. Probably trying to seduce this poor woman. With his little baby smiles and his little toothless grin, he wanted it. Come on, he was a lucky. I wish my mom raped me when I was a baby. But if you go to the original New Zealand Herald article, it actually quotes the judge in this case. This judge, it infuriates me to no end. The judge took pity on this baby rapist because she had a rough childhood and he didn't want to ruin her life. He says, quote, "You're someone who very clearly has never been able to form an attachment with anyone. Your life has been a mess until now. Prison would be a band-aid covering up your issues." He said she needed psychological rehabilitation, which was best undertaken within the community. Quote, "You're a fairly simple soul, capable of leading a productive life. If you go to prison, I think we'll put the kibosh on that," the judge said. She raped a baby! What the fuck? Yes, you go to prison, it ruins your life. That's why you don't do things like rape babies. I mean, men go to prison for owing child support. I mean, everything that's happening to this woman. She got her children taken away, justifiably. But men who've done nothing wrong get their children taken away every day. And they're sent to prison for bullshit like being unemployed and unable to afford child support. You will go to jail for being poor and unable to afford child support. But this woman who raped a baby can't go to prison because that might ruin her life. Oh, you need help. You need psychological counseling. We don't want to send you to prison. That will be bad for you. You poor little baby rapist. Fucking insane. The only reason why this fucking cunt's name was released at all, because they tried to seal her name. Tried to, like, the rape shield law bullshit. Except she's the rapist. Rape shield laws are supposed to protect the victims of rape. But in this case, they were protecting the rapist because the rapist was a woman. So with all these laws, it doesn't matter how gender neutral the laws are. Gynocentrism ensures that they will only favor women. When a woman rapes a little boy, an infant boy, the shield laws will protect the woman's identity. The only reason why the name was released is because the paternal grandparents, the baby's father's parents, demanded that she be known in the community for what she did. That's the only thing they could do, because she wasn't going to serve any jail time. She wasn't going to have any punishment because she's just a poor widow woman. She's only 23. She has her whole life ahead of her. I mean, how many men in their teens and early 20s are sent to prison for decades for far less than raping a fucking baby? Their lives are completely fucked, but who cares? Because they're men. But this fucking rapist, raping a fucking baby, oh, we don't want to ruin her life. She has her whole life ahead of her. Or she could suck a mile more dicks. She hasn't sucked hardly any dicks yet. Only 23. What do you say to this? How do you justify this? There aren't any words for the absolute level of gynocentrism in this society. It's out of control. It's completely off the rails. It's not going to let up. It's only going to get worse. Anyway, this is Turd Flinging Monkey signing off.